And that documentary, Mine Has Got Shot Down, will be screening on Thursday here on Channel 190 on DSTV. So make sure that you tune in for that. And of course, we will be carrying most of the film documentaries that will be screened here at the Durban International Festival. Welcome back. I'm Thabo Mdluli, and with me is Dawn, Tiny, and Tony. And they are talking about putting together this big festival that happens every year. It's the biggest in South Africa, they say. How did you pick, Dawn, the documentaries that will be featured on the lineup?
Well, we looked through the DIFF program and looked for the ones that would resonate with a wide audience across the continent. So we try to pick films that are produced in other countries, not just in South Africa. We also looked for films that had been screened in other festivals, but not necessarily been broadcast. So really we were trying to find a range of filmmakers coming from different countries across the continent, films from Niger, from Mali, from Uganda, from Tanzania, as well as South Africa.
We've got a lot of these films produced in Africa, yet they have not been consumed to that extent by the African audience. Is it an issue of affordability? Is it an issue of opportunity? What is the hurdle to them seeing those programs?
Look, I think part of it is that documentary film is not commercial. So many new broadcasters tend towards commercial screenings, commercial broadcasts. Ed is a non-commercial factual channel. It's a knowledge channel. It wants to bring good quality factual information films to the audiences. So that allows us to show films that would not be screened in other places. That's a big opportunity. I mean, look, tonight, after this live broadcast, we're going to be screening a film about the assassination of Patrice Lumumba. Now, an important film. Sure, it was made a few years ago, but I would think many people across the continent have not seen that.
Tony, you're also involved in the Durban Art program. Tell us more about the Durban Art program.
Well, as I was saying earlier, the Durban Film Art was established to really create a platform for African filmmakers to really be able to access the global markets. And every year we do a call out to the whole of Africa for project submissions. This year I think we received about 165 project submissions that basically applied to be entered into the market as official projects. Out of that, we select 20 projects, 10 documentary and 10 fiction. And those projects we then put through a mentoring process prior to actually coming to the market, where mentors work with them to develop their projects further. And then when they arrive here, they also go through a bunch of packaging sessions with the experts that we bring through from across the globe to work on their pitches, to work on their stories. And it all culminates in the end in the last 2 days of the Durban Film Art, where they are then scheduled into a number of meetings with international financiers, distributors, sales agents, etc. Obviously in hope of attaching deals to their projects, but at the very least to be able to build a network of professionals that they can work with, not only on the existing projects, but on future projects.
And what's the criteria for entry?
Criteria for entry, there's a long list. There's a long list of tick boxes, but essentially in terms of being able to submit a project, you need to be able to submit a project package. All of the information of what should be in that project package you can find on our website. But I think probably the most important criteria is that what we are looking for are African projects. The Durban Film Art is about Africa, and it's about promoting African film, African cinema. And we are looking for African projects, so you certainly do have to have a component of an African filmmaker in your creative team.
And does it have to be current work that they're working on, or could it be productions that they've put together maybe a couple of years ago?
Well, we work with projects in development. You may very well have a project that you have been working on since a couple of years ago that's still in development, but we do work with projects in development. So the Durban Film Art specifically doesn't work with completed films. The whole idea is that when the projects come out here, they are able to network and meet with international financiers to help develop their projects further. So really the point of the Durban Film Art is a platform to help them develop those projects.
Now, there is an awards evening that is attached to the program for Saturday. Is that in any way related to the Durban Film Art program, or is it a completely different award ceremony then?
The awards evening,
Yeah.
there's a number of awards evenings.
Well, there's a big awards evening that culminates on Saturday.
In the program.
Yeah.
So I think, are you talking about the festival? The
Yeah,
festival?
Yeah, yes.
That is separate to the Durban Film Art Awards evening.
Okay.
We do have a Durban Film Art Awards evening, and what that really entails is that many of our partner markets and partner organizations that come through and meet with these projects and actually select projects for particular awards. Some of the projects are about selecting a project to travel to another market, which is just a huge opportunity for these projects. And we've seen some real success stories come out of that in terms of taking the projects further. And some of our partners actually award grant fund prizes to assist these projects in development. So it's an exciting evening for these projects, because over and above the 4 days of training and networking and packaging, they also have an opportunity to be awarded one of these prizes. And this year, I think we have about nine prizes, 9 awards up for grabs. So yeah, very exciting time for the project.
Tani, films would not be films without talent, right? So they need talent to be able to, I guess, interpret the story, capture it, and portray it as effectively as possible. You've got a program specifically aimed at talent.
Yes, Talents Durban is a Pan-African development program for emerging professionals in the film industry. And what the purpose of it is to basically bridge the gap that exists between a filmmaker who's just starting out and the industry, the industry in general. We bring 40 filmmakers from across the continent, and we define the term emerging as a person who's made their first film or who's in their post-grad studies in their in film school. We give them an opportunity to network over 5 days. We also have seminars and master classes for them to attend. We also have hands-on training programs which work with existing projects, and we help them to either fine-tune a script to the next draft in the script station program, or to prepare to actually get an opportunity to pitch at the African Pitch, which is the pitching forum that the Durban Film Art organized and hosted on Sunday yesterday. So that's the idea. We also have a talent press program within the Talents Durban program where we are breeding literally a crop of film critics, so that they can actually assist in continuing and creating conversations around African cinema. So those critics are going around the festival watching diff films, and they're writing up about them, and we're putting these articles on our website, but also just giving them the exposure to the industry and making them feel that they're part of the industry, because they're very critical.
The hashtag is Film Festival at Home, live at the 35th International Durban Film Festival. And throughout this whole week, we will be screening documentaries in partnership with AfriDocs. And that's some of the stories that we are hearing here this afternoon, or some of the things we are talking about. And of course, those will be screened starting yesterday. They are screening today. They will be screened throughout the week. And the big one, of course, about the story of Marikana is the one that will be screening on Thursday. Now, Dawn, maybe just before we wrap up, outside of the Durban Film Festival, what does AfriDocs do for filmmakers?
AfriDocs will also work with filmmakers to help them make sure that their films get realized. And I think being part of the Durban film market here and listening to the talents, we want to see that these films get screened on AfriDocs in the future, because AfriDocs screens every Tuesday night on Channel Ed. So we're looking to build this up as a platform for African filmmakers. So we want to see these films that are being pitched here, produced, finished, and distributed and screened on the channel. So really, this is an opportunity to build up a place for African filmmakers to reach the audiences. And the film market, the film festival is one way where we get to meet the filmmakers. We get to see what kind of stories are coming out and help work with them and make sure that we get to see their films.
Where do African filmmakers go for funding? I mean, you've provided a fantastic platform here that they might potentially get to mingle with some of the funders and hopefully get their films taken out of this territory and be seen in other territories. But where does an African filmmaker starting out get the funding to get going?
That's a big question, Tabo. And one of the big questions that is debated right here at this film market, because if you don't get the finance, you're not going to make your film. So you got your story, where are you going to find your funding? That'll come from different sources. Some comes from broadcasters. If you're lucky, you can find a broadcaster that's got deep pockets, generally not in Africa, but they will support African filmmakers. You will find funds that are dedicated to African films, such as the Blue Ice Hot Docs Fund, and you'll find bigger funds like the Sundance Fund, which will support filmmakers from all over the world.
Fantastic stuff. Well, what an honor. Nice talking to you this afternoon, and we look forward to this whole week of great documentaries and just to get engaged in the program as well, and the workshops, and just to learn a little bit more about the film industry and what you've got in store for us. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
And you keep watching Ed, and we'll be bringing you all those documentaries throughout the week. Very important that you remember the hashtag, hey? The hashtag is a film festival at home, and you can join the conversation and continue to talk to us, share your stories. If you are here at the festival as well, take some pics, put them on the Twitter handle, and we'd like to see what you are up to as you are out here at the festival. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm back again tomorrow between 4 and 5, right here on DSTV 190 channel Ed, also on channel 65 on Go TV out in Kenya. Until tomorrow, do enjoy your viewing.
Ghetto, kijana piga rada. Ghetto, maisha chini ya lada. Ghetto, usipochunga takumada. Ghetto, kijana piga rada. Ghetto, maisha chini ya lada. Ghetto, usipochunga takumada. Usipochunga takumada. Lyrically na reality loaded. Nikiziba drainage system zote. No kweli, niache the Lord flooded. Bob Marley, nami na just my crazy bandits. Mindio na bomba babi, hadi na chukwaru na kujishoot dead. Cause kuna wengine wengi kwengine, hawana mchoro, wamekosa pakudoro, wanaenda kwa streets ama vichochoro, bila blanket wala godoro. Wako homeless, helpless, hopeless, hawana happiness, water sadness, Swahilians, hizi shida zinatupa madness. Huku karana mabedi kwenye patrol, ndwezi daily tunele lose control. Thanks to the most high, mvua inaponyesha, hakuna maji, mangi mtana mechizi junkie na kusniff petrol. Spirit zalima proli kuf and pen for freedom, zime return, keep away the Satan. Kenyan mejaribu toka nikiwa mjunior, hadi sasa nimekuwa senior. Nafanya vyovyote navyoweza, from the sex nimeshadu, nimelan. Sasa naomba most time keep safe kwenye Iran. Enye Babylon tools, fools, watataka kuniban, chini kunigan. Kisha kwa funeral yangu pakuje kuhave fun, wakuje kuwa fun. Ghetto, kijana piga rada. Ghetto, maisha chini ya lada. Ghetto, usipochunga takumada. Ghetto, kijana piga rada. Ghetto, maisha chini ya lada. Ghetto, usipochunga takumada. Usipochunga takumada. Mamba nenda kombo, wagema wanasifika na mekitia maji ndani ya zao tembo. Na wengine wanataka kwa superstars, na kubebana na mchuma na gruneti, komando Jim Cloud au Rambo. Kesha kalelezezi ndio tambo, South kunyesha vile na robari ukoriobani kujambo. Sika kitambo, walishia shani moja wamena na gideri pamoja na Shekina Odhiambo. Banda kukabila na shuja mzuri, lule slaki ameamina napokuja na kujana bila wasiwasi. Akuwa mejitokeze hivi waziwazi, unashindwa kufafano kama ndani yake kuna malaika maibilesi. Lakini ni vile mwani wake na jihesi, mbona